Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. All right, well, it's raining pretty hard, so I apologize for any weird noise, the sound of rain. But find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You can be sitting in a chair if that works for you. You can be lying down if you really need to. You really just want to find something stable, where you don't feel liable to move and shift during the practice, but you also want to be comfortable with your back upright preferably. It helps with the breathing. You just want to be as easy as possible. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. Now, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed, go ahead and do so. There are no hindrances. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone. We look at them too much anyway. And just drop them down below you. Maybe like a foot away from your feet, or not straining too hard. We're not staring at anything, but we're also not blurry and buzzed out. We just have a nice light, clear gaze directed gently downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable seated position, and your eyes are open and down. Just settle. In this moment. Doesn't matter what's happening around you. Could be a loud storm, noisy neighbors, the air conditioning too loud, whatever. We're just going to be here now. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's no one to become. Just rest. Right here. And leave alone this sense of doing. This inclination to try to get somewhere. This movement into the future. This to-do list that never runs out. And just for this moment, right here, set it all aside. There's nothing to get to with meditation. There's nothing to gain or to grasp. We're just being here and leaving alone the one that can't stop seeking things from outside. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you thinking right now. Contemplating something, worrying, planning. But this is okay. We're not here to shut our thinking off. In fact, we're not here to stop thinking. Thoughts go on by themselves in the same way that your heartbeat goes on by itself. There's no need to try to stop it or block it or ignore it. But we can allow it without following it. In other words, we can allow the sound of birds to chirp outside the window without ignoring it, without pushing them away, but without being bothered by them as well. And the easiest way to learn to leave thoughts alone in the same way we learn or we know how to leave the sound of birds alone is by bringing our attention to the breath. And a wonderful place to notice the breath is in the lower belly, below the belly button and above the groin. Just rest your attention here, in the lower belly. Not focusing on it, not concentrating on it, just noticing it. And as the breath comes in, we notice it coming in. And as the breath leaves, we notice it leave. Just stay with this gentle rhythm and let your thoughts think what they want to. Come back to the breath. Let the thought continue on just as it wants to. Remain gently with breathing. Come back to breathing. And I'm probably catching you thinking again, which is okay. But in the same way you found the breath, can you find the one that this thought is talking to? What is it exactly that is meditating? What is this me that wants to be free from thoughts? In the same way you found the breath with attention, find you, I, me. Is there something there? Or is it completely made up? Look carefully. All right, you can look at the screen. You know, this rain reminds me of one of my favorite quotes by Alan Watts. And it's so clear to our practice here. And he says, the sound of rain needs no translation. It's kind of like what the Islamic poet Rumi says, where he says, God speaks in silence, and everything else is a bad translation. And one of the things that we tend to create by translating our world, by naming it, by saying this and that, me and you, is this feeling of me, this I. And maybe you have been practicing meditation, or you're involved in a lot of different spiritual things, and you've heard this before, that there is no I, no me. Maybe you've heard me say it. In fact, I just had you look for it. Did you find anything? So we identify with thoughts so much that we believe the I we place before everything, I'm tired, I need this, I need that. We believe that that little I is a story, who was born, who has a personality, who likes this, who's this kind of person. It's this story. But the only moment that exists is now. This I, this me, is the source of suffering. I would say it's the confusion that allows us to be unsatisfied. And meditation really is looking into that. What am I? Normally, most of us feel to be behind our eyes. Like you right now are looking at the screen, but you're sitting behind your eyes. There's a you that uses your eyes, uses your ears, uses your body to feel. You say, I have a body. What has a body? It is raining outside. What is this it that is raining? It's the same confusion. But there's a certain contraction we feel. Somebody says something like, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're ugly. There's a sense of, and then when we're stressed, we got to get things done. There's this sense of, I got to focus. There's this contraction, this feeling of being contracted. And we identify that as me. Now, it doesn't take any time to know this. It doesn't take any time to actually see through this illusion. You can see it now, that there is no you. But because we have this habit of identifying with thoughts, we think that it's real, that I'm here. It's like a mirage. You're driving down the road and you see water on the road. Now, we all know that that's just a mirage, but if you're thirsty and starving and you see, oh, there's water there, we will always believe that that's water until what do? We go up to it to see it, and then it disappears. It's the same thing with our feeling of I. It's a mirage. We think it's there. So meditation is this process of walking up to it. What is it really? Thoughts may be scared about this, but I promise you it's nothing to fear. Be open. Don't contract. So whenever you go throughout, as you go throughout your day today, notice this sense of contraction, stress, frustration, doubt, worry. Just there's always this thing that feels like it's being bombarded by the universe. Feel that and just relax it. What am I? Free fall. And of course, it helps to practice every day. And if you're new here, I post a video like this every day, a daily guided meditation. So please join me, and I'll be here for you. Also, I answer all questions. I've been doing a question and answer video at the end of every week. So, well, I'm gonna try. Next week's a little different because I got things going on, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna start answering questions through a video ever so often. Hopefully once a week, but that might be a little weird. But let me know if you like that, or if you don't like that, just let me know in the comments. And of course, ask your questions. Ask your questions about practice. Maybe we can do this together and get through practice together. Because I am a student as well. I am not a teacher. I am a student. So we do this together. Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.